चाहे वो इंडस्ट्री का हो। लेकिन आज के सिनेरियो में क्या है कि चक्का घूम रहा है लेकिन उस पूरी एफिशिएंसी के साथ नहीं चल रहा है। मीन्स लेस मैन पावर विद सो मच रिस्ट्रिक्शंस। जो स्टेट सेंटर गवर्नमेंट के जो नॉर्म्स है उनको फुलफिल करने का, उनकी उसकी कंप्लायंस का सबसे बड़ा चैलेंजेस है इंडस्ट्रीज को, एचआरस को, जिसमें कहेंगे अब पब्लिक, यू कैन नॉट यूज पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट, so you have to use your own transport for boarding, lodging of the workforce. Then that workforce should have to maintain the social distancing and the minimum numbers of the workforce for a particular task, sanitizations. And the more critical issue is the experts manpower, which is not available currently in such industries because they already migrated from their working location to home time, because we all are a social person, so we believe to any time of crisis we should be within our family. But in this case, industry is facing these challenges because they don't have a adequate trade manpower who can run the show.
Excuse me, Chopra ji, can you speak little bit loud?
Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay. Second is communication barrier in the team, because when the manpower is less, HODs is less, then they cannot interact on a particular subject immediately. They will have to use a via media, to get it connected, to get a solution of a particular problem or situation, how to face. Second thing, where is a new employees recruited in the employment, they have not adequate with current scenario, how they can perform, how they can work. So we can say they cannot get the mileage of senior managements. So ultimately, show is began, but with the restrictions, limitations, less manpower, and to fulfill all the requirements of the enterprises with the restrictions, and as well as to comply the norms of existing state, local, state and central governments, which is very crucial. One of issues is the Disaster Management Act. In this COVID-19 scenario, the main interesting issue is that it's not clearly mentioned how it will applicable, and it will give direct risk, compliance and burden to the enterprises run by the board or whether it is a individual level. It's such kind of a threatening calls, we can say in simple words. Now the question is that we have such problems in the industries. Now we are currently faced. In that scenario, how is a trainer will help in this? Trainer will give them the health, safety and hygiene securities training to the engagement of the staff. And in case of workforce who's working from the home, or we can say work from home, then trainer can train them and equipped with that employment, how they can perform, how we can analyze, yes, he is working properly. These kind of issues should, I think, very crucial for trainer also, how they can keep a watch for that. In a routine scenario, yes, employees coming in premises, they have a punch card or an attendance system like that. So according to that, we can analyze their working hours, such as working hours. So this payout become salaries like that. We calculate accordingly. But in that scenario, it's very crucial how you can just he give his total work hours to the employment. It's very critical issue. For that, we will we will run this show कि जो HODs हैं इंडस्ट्रीज के ऊपर, उनको मल्टीटास्किंग के साथ चलना पड़ेगा. मतलब यू कह सकते हैं कि HODs now become a cluster head. So HOD is not being handled as single department, but simultaneously they will supervise other departments too. And above that, HODs, CEOs, the role of CEOs become a relationship managers within the organization and outside the organization. In that scenario, the trainer, as a management trainer or management consultant, is role very crucial to with CEOs to the down the line and above outside the premises, or we can say the stakeholders.
Thank you, Sanjeev ji. I welcome respected Subhash Jagota ji. He is with us, and he is our guest speaker today, and he is having a wide experience of the industry and a very, very senior corporate trainer. Now I invite Mr. Dhaval Modi from Bangalore. He is HR head of his industry. Mr. Dhaval Modi. Please,
Thank you, sir.
Please, be time limited here. Number of speakers are.
हाँ जी सर, हाँ जी.
Yeah, please.
मैंने
थोड़ा सा
चोपड़ा सर
अपना
के,
स्पीकर तेज करें अपने पास.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी. सर अभी चोपड़ा जी का मैंने जो इनपुट्स देखे, बहुत वैल्यू ऐड किया उन्होंने इसमें. लॉकडाउन के चैलेंजेस की बात करी, और उन्हीं बातों के ऊपर मेरा भी राय ये है कि लॉकडाउन के बाद जो
थोड़ा आवाज तेज करें धवल जी.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी. जो लॉकडाउन के बाद जो सिनारियो होगा, उसमें बहुत सारी चीजें चेंज होंगी. जैसे चोपड़ा जी ने बताया कि टीम को मैनेज करना, उनकी प्रोडक्टिविटी को देखना, उनकी अवेलेबिलिटी होना 8 घंटे तक, वो एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज होगा. इसके साथ साथ हमें ये भी देखना है कि वर्क फ्रॉम होम जब एक एम्प्लॉय कर रहा है तो उसका एनवायरनमेंट कैसा है, क्या वो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है उसके पास, उन चीज़ों का प्रावधान करना ये कंपनी के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी होगा. बट जो चोपड़ा सर ने बात कही कि इंटरेक्शन विद द सीनियर मेंबर्स ऑफ द टीम, वो एक लैकिंग होगा. तो अगर मैं अपने आप को देखूं, मेरे को मेरे सीनियर से, मेरे बॉसेस से जो सीखने मिलता है बाय वर्चू ऑफ फिजिकल इंटरेक्शन, वो एलिमेंट एक कंप्लीटली मिस हो जाएगा. तो उस चैलेंज को हमें पूरा करना है, और एज ट्रेनर वी विल हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ये चीज़ हम कैसे फैसिलिटेट करें, टीम को कैसे हम ड्राइव करें. इसके साथ साथ जो कन्वेंशनल ट्रेनिंग मेथोडोलॉजीज हैं, एक क्लासरूम में 10, 15, 20 लोग को इकट्ठा करके क्लास लेना, वो एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो शायद थिंग ऑफ द पास्ट हो जाएगी. कि एक ज़माने में हुआ करता था कि क्लासरूम में हम सब इकट्ठा होकर बात करते थे. सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग के तहत ये चीज़ें शायद आगे चल के कंपनीज एनकरेज नहीं करेंगी. एज ट्रेनर्स हमको ये सोचना है कि क्या ऐसी चीज़ें हम कर सकते हैं जिससे कि L&D फंक्शन जो है वो अपना काम करता रहे, एम्प्लॉयज़ को डेवलप करता रहे, टैलेंट को डेवलप करता रहे, और इनकी परफॉर्मेंस को मेजर करने के, उनको इनकी परफॉर्मेंस को एनहेंस करने के एडिक्वेट स्टेप्स, एडिक्वेट ट्रेनिंग करता रहे. तो जो L&D फंक्शन है उसका रोल शायद स्किल डेवलपमेंट से बढ़कर एंगेजमेंट और होलिस्टिक लाइफस्टाइल को इम्प्रूव करने की तरफ भी आ जाएगा. हम लोग को प्रोफेशनल और पर्सनल लाइफस्टाइल, वेलनेस, इन सारे टॉपिक्स में अपने आप को इमर्स करके उन चीज़ों पे बात करनी पड़ेगी. बिकॉज देयर इज अ लाइफस्टाइल शिफ्ट विच इज गोइंग टू हैपन पोस्ट लॉकडाउन. कंपनीज नहीं चाहेंगी कि लोग फिजिकली आमने सामने बैठ के मिलें. तो मुझे लगता है कि ये चैलेंजेस को मद्देनजर रखते हुए L&D फंक्शन को अपने आप को री इन्वेंट करना पड़ेगा. वो बहुत ज़रूरी होगा, और तब जाकर के L&D फंक्शन जो है अपनी जगह वापस रिक्लेम कर पाएंगे. That's all from my side, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Dhaval. Now with us is Mr. Alok Singh. He is a corporate trainer on the quality circle. He is mainly he is a ISO man. He is lead auditor, and he's working at the shop floor, and he understands the mentality of the at present workers. He's also head of the maintenance at the breweries at Mathura. Basically, he's engineer. So I would love to have the views of Mr. Alok Singh. Mr. Alok Singh, please say your viewpoint.
Thank you, Kalia sir, and my friends and respected seniors. It's a great opportunity to me that I have shared my view in front of you, such a kind, knowledgeable person. So I think कि अब ये हमारा नया जो एपिडेमिक आफ्टर कोरोना वायरस जो आ रहा है, इसमें काफ़ी चेंज होने वाला है. जस्ट क्या है कि कॉर्पोरेट्स जो हैं हमारे आजकल जो वर्क फ्रॉम होम उसके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा फेमिलियर हो रहे हैं, उसके लिए सपोर्ट भी करेंगे. सेकंड जो है कि हमारा सबसे ज़्यादा भी एक रिस्क है, करीबन 10 मिलियन जॉब इन इंडिया एट रिस्क नाउअडेज. सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम ये होने वाली है. सेकंड है कि हमारा जो अभी मल्टीनेशनल कंपनीज जो है जो अभी चाइना से अपना कोलैबोरेशन तोड़ के इधर उधर दूसरे कंट्रीज में शिफ्ट हो रही है. सो वी हैव ए ग्रेट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू ग्रैब दैट एंड वी हैव टू इफ फैसिलिटेट इन प्रॉपर मैनर. तो हम लोग उन कंपनियों के लिए अपने यहाँ लेके अपनी अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए बढ़ा सकते हैं और हमारे जो अपने रोजगार है उनके लिए डेवलप करने की अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है. आई थिंक इट्स फ्रॉम माय साइड. थैंक यू.
Thank you, Alok ji. Thank you. Now I invite Madam Parul Jain. She is also a very senior corporate trainer from Gurgaon. Madam, please give your viewpoint.
Thank you, Kalia sir. So, as per HR and trainer perspective, मैंने कुछ points बताऊंगी. How can we make people work during lockdown? एक अभी का जो present scenario का question है. Because work from home हम सभी जानते हैं 100% कोई भी नहीं दे पाता. तो उस duration में कैसे employees को engage करके रखना है जिससे ज़्यादा pressure भी ना पड़े और वो अपना काम करके दे पाए टाइम. Second is how to take them out from lockdown mode after lockdown. तो अभी फिलहाल 2 महीने से ज़्यादा हो गए हैं और हो जाएंगे लॉकडाउन ओवर होने तक और वी नेवर नो कितना टाइम लगेगा. उसमें जो रूटीन उनका बन चुका है उसको क्रैक करना पड़ेगा. सो HR in the L&D department sorry has to work together in that. We companies or HR has to take care of the pressure after lockdown कि काम बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा so they don't feel overburdened. Because forget about the holidays, forget about family, forget about the working hours. आपको लेट काम करना है, सैटरडे को भी आना है. इस तरह का प्रेशर एम्प्लॉइज को अभी पता होगा कि उनके ऊपर पड़ने वाला है. बट स्टिल अगर HR कंपनी हेड्स थोड़ा सा हैंड होल्डिंग करके चलेंगे तो फर्क पड़ेगा. एंड हियर इट इज नेसेसरी दैट कंपनी बॉसेस एंड HR टेक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू वर्क टुगेदर एज वन. जैसे अभी प्रीवियस स्पीकर्स ने भी बोला कि उनको साथ मिलके काम करना पड़ेगा. इट्स नॉट कि मैं बॉस हूँ, नो, इट्स माय कंपनी. अगर मेरी कंपनी है तो ये आपकी कंपनी भी है और हमें साथ मिलके वापस उसी बूम पे लाना है अपनी कंपनी को जैसे वो एस्टेब्लिश थी. सेकेंड, यहाँ पे जो आ जाता है ट्रेनिंग का पार्ट. तो ट्रेनिंग जो मुझे लगता है बिकॉज हाफ ऑफ द एम्प्लॉइज डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू वर्क फ्रॉम होम जो कि रेशियो आने वाला है लॉकडाउन पीरियड के बाद का. सो उसमें ट्रेनिंग के बहुत बड़े सेशंस हम नहीं रख सकते हैं. काम का प्रेशर बहुत ज्यादा होगा, एम्प्लॉइज को सपोर्ट चाहिए होगा, सारे डिपार्टमेंट्स को ऑलमोस्ट सपोर्ट चाहिए होगा. हैंड होल्डिंग की जरूरत पड़ सकती है. सो उस हैंड होल्डिंग के साथ अगर हम ट्रेनिंग अपने सेशंस ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं, वेदर इट्स अ क्लासरूम सेशन जो कि बहुत मुश्किल है हो पाना अब कंपनीज के अंदर, स्टिल अगर हमारे ऑनलाइन सेशंस होते हैं तो उनकी ड्यूरेशन छोटी हो और वो क्रिस्प एंड क्लियर प्रोग्राम्स हो, एम्प्लॉइज को एंगेज करके रख सके और कंपनी की रेपुटेशन को बिल्ड कर सके और एम्प्लॉइज के अंदर कॉन्फिडेंस डेवलप कर सके वापस. That's it from my side. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Parul ji. Now we are having one speaker, Aishwarya ma'am from Bangalore. She is from hospitality sector. So we invite Aishwarya ma'am. She is also a very senior corporate trainer. and particularly as she is in the hospitality sector, so her viewpoint will be very important. Ma'am Aishwarya from Bangalore, please speak.
Good morning to everybody. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you, Dhaval, for inviting me for this, webinar.
Thank you, ma'am, for coming.
So, I'm from Brigade Hospitality, and the challenges I think in our industry are little more, prominent, because I think you have a lot of people who are working in the customer interface and the guest interface. So for them, there is no work from home option. So if you look at 100% of people operating from work from home, it does not happen that way. So our ratio is probably 20-80. 20% of the people work from home, and 80 actually don't have an option of work from home, because we have chefs, we have service personnel. So the challenge is in our industry a little more. So since we don't have the option of work from home, how do you engage with them? So like all the other panelists have spoken just now, connecting with them, keeping engaged is very important. And honestly, even the first few days after lockdown, personally, I also went through a challenge, because in the career span of 18 years that I've had, I've never done work from home in hotels. We always work at office. So engaging your mind and keeping connected was very important. So if I were to broadly put down what is the challenge is employees going through anxiety of, when will this lockdown open? Will I get my salary or not? Am I going to, have my job when I come back? What are the alternatives? And very often our industry has people working from other locations. They're not all from the local Bangalore city. Many of people have migrated and worked. So they're away from home. They're staying in accommodation. They're sharing accommodation. They are short of supplies. They could be not having enough cooking, facilities, resources. There's also stress and so many things. So how does training and HR come together? So as my previous, I think speaker Parul ma'am spoke. So she said it very rightly about HR and training working together. So that's what we did as a start. So we connected with all our employees on WhatsApp. We've done, groups. So we had over about 500 employees. So we have multiple WhatsApp groups. So initially the connect was just about getting everybody together. So irrespective of levels, whether it's a junior most or senior most, everybody is on those WhatsApp groups. We connect with them. We talk to them regularly. We have individual units also having HR teams. So these HRs connect with the employees, check with them if they have supplies, rations, do they need any medical support and help. So there's constant, interaction with them. So if there's any problem, they tell us. Yes, employees are going through problems, but I think if they're able to talk about it, it makes them feel better. And because they need somebody to listen to their problems. And we also have senior groups, where we connect through Kaizala and all that. And we've also started online training. So as, the speaker said earlier, it's about, hey, what is the current challenge we're going through and how am I going to look at handling those problems in the future? So we have certain modules that we've developed about what does, the food business do, because that's the industry we are in. How do we handle the challenges today and how are we going to do it in future? Now, this actually has a two-pronged effect, because when we do it now, you're telling them that, what the company is getting ready. We are prepared to handle the scenario. And you're also telling them, we are training you because your job is there for you. So you don't have to worry about it. So that way we've actually tried to do, and it's worked fairly well. I wouldn't say there's 100% acceptance, but yes, there's some traction there. And we're also working towards creating our SOPs, educating people on them. And we also have started a program called Sharpen the Saw, where, we have open sessions on Saturdays, every Saturday, a 1 hour or 2 hour session by any trainer who wishes to come and talk about relevant topics. Like it could be about, leadership skills. It could be about interpersonal skills, personal effectiveness. So these programs are not, level specific. We said these are open forums. Any person at any level can come and join. Okay, so this way, this is how we've been able to stay connected with all our employees. We keep having these conversations with them. We even started engagement programs. Like, see, in a real-time scenario, you would have birthday celebrations. You would have, anniversary celebrations or games and fun activities. We've tried to convert and do all of this digitally. And not 100% again. We've done about, maybe instead of doing 2 activities, in a week, we would probably do about 1 in 10 days. So that's how we've engaged with people, and it's been an interesting journey because the digital connect has been very different from the human interface which our industry is all about. So it's a learning for L&D, it's a learning for every single person, but a very interesting one. So let's see. I hope and wish that we come out of this lockdown soon and we're all back at work quickly. So thank you. I hope I've been able to give you some insights.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Now I invite Mr. Vardhan Mohan from Ahmedabad. He's also from HR. Mr. Vardhan Mohan, can you hear us? Okay. Now I invite Mr. Rajendra Singh. Rajendra Singh is General Manager HR from Uttarakhand Jal Vidyut Nigam, Dehradun. Uttarakhand Jal Vidyut Nigam is an organization of Uttarakhand government where thousands of people are working, and they all are working at the remote areas and the hilly areas and the remote areas. And his job is really very tough, and there are various unions also there that is in this Uttarakhand Jal Vidyut Nigam and other many sectors. So his viewpoint will be very important, how he is facing the situations and how they are planning and how they are thinking about the training. Mr. Rajendra Singh, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kalia, sir. Good morning, everyone. So far as my organization is concerned, the organization is engaged in the electricity generation. As per nature, we were required to work 24 hours. Our engineers are working on all powerhouses, and we are generating electricity and supplying. So during this period also we were facing a lot of problems, but most of the locations are having our residential accommodations. So engineers are attending, technicians are attending their duties during 24 hours in shifts. But in general, about industry future, I just expected few challenges for other industries, which may be the less of market demands, and especially in automobiles and consumer durables and domestic needs, which will impact almost every industry, and future of the people may be in the future of the people will be challenging. Means human resources will face lot of difficulties because industrialists will plan their activities as per the future requirements, because considering the less of demands, they will also think about cost reduction of human resources, and they may reduce the manpower. Means there will be the decrease in the manpower requirement almost in every organization. And the regional trades will grow and global trades will slow. Means as we were thinking that this export will be affected definitely. So this impact will come on our other industries, and demand will be less. Moreover, considering the current situations, the employer will think about the working by robots also, because sometimes some of the works are required during these type of situations. So in the future, there is possibility of development of robots to replace the human being. So this is also one of the challenge for the human being. And most of the manual jobs will be replaced by automation, creating huge underlays of employment to the people. This will happen. And most office jobs will also be automated, like work from home. There is possibility that this will happen. And high proportion of managers will be required to work from home, and many domestic work will be done by robots. Most manufacturing jobs will also be lost due to this impact. So this is the possibility. But so what will be the option for human resources? There is possibility that only the capable person will be able to survive, and this will be a big challenge for the people, because downsizing will definitely happen in the industry. So this will be big challenge. So the people should be ready to accept any abnormal situation, and they should increase their competencies to face these situations so that they can survive. So this is all about my expectations about the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajendra ji. Mr. Prabhakar, you are here. Mr. Prabhakar Narayan. Hello. Mr. Vardhan. Mr. Vardhan Mohan, can you hear? Yes, Mr. Prabhakar is here. Now I invite Mr. Prabhakar Narayan. He is head of the finance in IFCO Kisan Sanchar Limited, IKCL. So what is from finance point of view and how he is looking at the scenario, please, Mr. Prabhakar.
Right now, from last work done from the 19th March onward, we are regularly, actually finance job is official job. That's why we are, our job is regular continue. So we हम लोग कभी काम break नहीं किया अभी तक, और we are have continuous meeting with हमारा managing director and my teams regularly on a weekly basis, and following even in the lockdown we are developing more and more system reporting systems are there. Somehow it is good we have got the time to get the feedback from our juniors people. We have every accounts and statement in the about 60 or 70 states. We are managing work from the whole and looking the jobs rightly, and at the end of the March we have to put the audit of my books of accounts. So we are also preparing for that. So but yeah, definitely after lockdown work will increase, as some madams from Bangalore and Deepa Jain madam told, HR works and training has to take the more challenging responsibilities. I hope everything will be done okay, and we are also planning partially to do the work from the home. Later, what is the best decision will be taken by the management. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. Now I invite Rasika ma'am. She is also a corporate trainer. Rasika ji, please unmute yourself. Yes, Rasika ma'am, are you there? Nidhi ji, Nidhi ma'am, you are there? Nidhi ma'am.
Hello, hello.
Yes, Nidhi ji, please share your viewpoint.
Yes, sir. I am very much here, and I have been listening to all the panelists, and they have made very good points. Now, what I feel that there will be three phases. First phase is likely to get over, where we all had to understand or got hold of the situation, that actually what is happening or what has happened. The second phase will be that phase will be of collaboration. A lot of collaboration will be done, employees and the senior management and the employers. They really need to collaborate, sit together and come up with the innovative ideas. And third phase will be the phase of progress. We will going to progress. There will be many practices which will be entirely changed. So this is what I feel. And similarly, for HR point of view, we have come to the phase of collaboration. Though the phase has not got over, the first phase has not got over, where people are still in shock and trying to figure out the situation. But if you see the senior management or the employers, I mean, they have come to the state of collaboration. We all have started collaborating. And now next step should be the initiation. We need to initiate. So, but that will still take some more time. As of now, I can just say this much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Before that, I invite senior persons. Any person more wish to give his viewpoint or her viewpoint? Anything? Rasika ji, are you there? Yes.
Yes, Dinesh sir, I'm really
Yeah,
sorry.
please.
I could not give an attention initially. I
Yeah, please
was
go ahead.
chatting with one of my employees. No, I was hearing the understanding and the conversations between everybody who's talking about what is happening for the lockdown as of right now. I just have to say this to the entire group at this point of time. This is the situation which is created not by a specific understanding of human beings. It has been created because of the situation of just a virus. So, the first possibility that I would say from the entire group, that keeping the positivity in everybody's mind and their hearts is the most important activity that as an individual that we must attain, and make sure that all those who are coming in touch with us should also be passing the positivity, and this will pass. I'll tell you, as an HR, we are facing huge number of cases where people are actually in a state of shock. But we, on a regular intervals, have been talking to most of our employees and have been making sure that whenever they are in touch with the management and us, we give them all positive thoughts. Don't worry, things will be all right. I just have three important aspects, Dinesh sir, here to inform you all. See, as far as my organization is concerned, we have done 3 alignments in our organization. That is called realignment of roles. There are a lot of alignments which have been there on a very positive note, where organizations do not require a lot of employees on a regular basis, and they might just take their roles as less relevant at this point of time. That doesn't mean that we are taking them off. We are just realigning those employees. So that is called as multitasking in our profession. The second one that I want to say is that all of us will be having a huge impact on the appraisal systems. There has been expectations that they will be getting bonuses, they will be getting the appraisal cycles, but we have all converted them into the appraisal cycles of deferred appraisal systems. So I must say that as an HR, this is the most important aspect that me as an individual have to take care of whenever it comes to the financial impact. And we have also done something called pause hiring, sir, where existing team members have been given a more responsibility to take an employee consideration for 3 to 4 job options. So, for example, if I'm handling HR, I am also handling, sir, administration. I'm also handling the part of the cost-effective hiring work as well. So multitasking is the game changer. And this is from my side. I just have to say that be positive. It'll also pass, and it'll pass soon. But we all have to create that flag up that yes, we exist. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Now I invite Advocate Mr. B. Prasad. Mr. B. Prasad, you want to add something? Please unmute yourself. Yes. Please speak, Mr. B. Prasad.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, myself Bhagwati Prasad. I am working with Ballarpur Industries Limited, sir.
Yes. From Ballarpur, na? Yes.
Sir, 1 second, sir. Let me. 1 second.
Yes, please speak.
Sir, the current situation of our industry is not so good, sir. Actually, our company is undergone this bankruptcy, and we are undergone this NCLT proceedings.
Right.
Hello.
Yes, we are hearing you.
Our company is undergone this NCLT process, and we are already bankrupt, and we are facing a lot of problems like salary and wage disbursement to our employees. Even though our employees has not got the salary of from since February to till the date. So salary and wages is the basic and very important point that we are facing. Our employees, they are undergoing this starvation. They are not having their basic needs completed. So this is the major task that we are facing nowadays. We are getting frequent calls from our employees, workmen regarding salary disbursement. Even though yesterday we have faced a lot of issues, we have found one case in our industry. Actually, our industry is having our own township, and we are having a lot of manpower, approximately 2,500. So these are the basic things that we are facing.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bhagwati Prasad ji.
So,
hello.
Until unless we have sufficient funds, we cannot come up with basic needs and other things. We cannot think of operations without money. And in this scenario, we are not able to motivate, or we can say that we are not able to appreciate any of our employees to work from home, work from within the industry. We all are sitting at our home, just waiting for good time to come. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I am limiting the time. Mr. Rajiv Kumar is waiting from Pune. Her viewpoint is very important. This efficiency related. Yes, Mr. Rajiv Kumar, please speak. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I can
please,
hear you.
Please.
Can you hear us? I'm
sure,
sorry.
sure. Please
Okay.
carry on.
So I have given my viewpoint. I work at John Deere. I take care of the strategic supplier quality for John Deere. And since a lot of HR guys are over here, so I thought to put up this point, like industry is going through a very turbulent phase. In fact, none of our organizations ever planned about a contingency of locking down the entire world and thinking about something differently. So even like I do a lot of audits at supplier end, so even I have never seen those type of contingencies. Now coming back to efficiency, what my thought is that this phase will pave the way for a lot of standardization, digitization, smart connected suppliers, smart connected industries. I mean, we in India are way behind when I talk about the small sector industries about the medium sector industries. They are still into the classical mode of operations. I mean, I just wanted to put up my point over there that I think this coronavirus situation, the COVID-19 situation, is going to pave the way for a lot of digitization and things like IoT and all those things. So my definition, if you take it about COVID-19, is like I tell my team, this is the time. I mean, I define it like creation of value in disaster or distress. So don't take it negative. This is the time when you guys can get up and start learning new technologies by sitting at home. There are a lot of now available resources where we can go and learn it. So that's what I just wanted to say. I mean, that is all from my side.
Thank you, Rajiv ji. Thank you.
Now, from anyone
I
at the end?
Mr. Virender Kumar Vats on cost saving. Mr. Vats, please. How the cost will be affecting? Mr. Vats, can you hear me? Virender Kumar Vats?
Yes, sir.
Please speak. How cost is? How industry?
Very good morning to all of you.
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Virendra. So here is some tool that we all HR professional can implement it, and nowadays it's mandatory for industry to keep such type of apprenticeship, because there is a major change on 1st October 2019 that every employer has to cap 15% of their total strength, जिस पे लाइसेंस ले रखा है 15% नेप्स के अंदर डाल सकते हैं, जिसमें कि इस पूरे लॉकडाउन पीरियड के अंदर गवर्नमेंट विल रिम्बर्स अप टू 9th class pass candidate. Government will reimburse 5,000 per month during whole lockdown period, चाहे वो 6 महीने खींचे या साल भर खींचे. For matriculate it will be 6,000 rupees per candidate. Up to 12th and ITI it is 7,000. For diploma holder, any type of diploma holder in any field, it is 8,000 rupees, and for degree and graduate, it is for 9,000 rupees. Earlier, it was for 1,500 rupees per candidate of the prescribed stipend, or 25% of the stipend paid to the apprenticeship. And these candidates, you can keep apprenticeship for a tenure of 3 months to 3 years according to your need and requirement of the industry. So we are authorized third party aggregator from MSDE, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and NSDC. Lot of clients require hello. A lot of clients require our and take our help during this period, and they government is reimbursing the same on quarterly basis. So that's the NAPS. Hello.
Yes, please.
And it is applicable for each and every industry. In any industry, either it is hospital industry, manufacturing industry, any segment of the industry, hotel, college, whatever it will be, or a trading unit, where the manpower is 1 to 29, it's optional. For 30 and above, it's mandatory and obligatory to keep apprenticeship into their organization. So, and all the industry keep or use this fund as CSR as per Ministry of Corporate Affairs guidelines and MSc notification in this regard. 2.5% of total strength is mandatory and obligatory, otherwise fine will be impended to the organization. And above this, you can cap total amount of the stipend, their trainer cost and other cost into CSR. So we got 3 type of benefits, and there is no liability to pay other such as PF, ESI, and other statutory compliances will be applicable to them.
Thank you, Mr. Vats. Now I invite senior persons who are having really a position in their fields. First of all, I would love to invite Ma'am Pushpi Singh. Ms. Pushpi Singh, are you there? Hello? Pushpi Singh, ma'am?
Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Let me introduce Pushpi Singh ji. She is from finance sector. She worked with various banks, HDFC and all various other positions in the finance sector. And she is a very senior corporate trainer and entrepreneur. Recently, she received an award from Economic Times, first lady as a young entrepreneur award she received. She is renowned and she is working internationally and various, particularly in the Middle East countries, she is working a lot in the finance sector and she is having her own viewpoint. Ma'am, please, we welcome you. Please give us your viewpoints. Pushpi Singh ji.
Thank you, Dinesh Sirji. I'm really glad to have such an opportunity to present my thoughts in front of such an experienced and senior corporate people. As today's topic is role of trainer, I would like to talk about the financial pressure that the individuals will be imparting on them because of these COVID-19 situation and the lockdown. I agree with the viewpoint that Aishwarya has shared that 80% of the people can't work from home in various sectors. Particularly finance is one of the same, and people encounter various financial problems. The financial problems or the financial pressure is a situation where money worries are causing you stress. Many people are facing hard financial time, and impact on mental health are really very significant. These problems can seem impossible to overcome, but you can get help from the trainers, from the educators, and take steps to improve your situations. Signs that we can feel about or the symptoms that can be developed that an individual needs the financial help is something like late bill payments or often seeking extensions like the moratorium is going on, minimum or missed payments on credit cards, spending less money on the development and the learning part, increasing debt from credit cards or loans, legal and the compliance issues, fear of eviction by being behind in rent or loan repayment, not enough money coming in the circulation. So these are few of the challenges that the entrepreneurs are facing nowadays. The impact of problem is very serious and it is ruining the health and the relationships. Although we all are staying at home, we are enjoying the period, but somehow we are being afraid what would happen post the lockdown is over. We are finding it really difficult, and the feeling of anxiousness and over money, arguing with the loved ones, these are few kind of things which are happening in our day-to-day life. So the only solution is to get a help. On a very precise note, I would say that stress is the body's way of responding to demand or pressures. It can be caused by both good and bad experiences. In many cases, stress is a healthy reaction. It helps us cope with life's challenges, the one that we are facing nowadays. However, too much of a stress or prolonged stress can affect our physical and mental health. So this is the time to enjoy, and taking steps to cope with situation is the role of a trainer. And that's all I want to conclude, and thank you for you all being such a great opportunity to present in front of such senior people. Really thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am Pushpi Singh is chairman of FinOrbit Global Organization. And now I invite our senior corporate trainer, Shri Kailash Jiani ji. Kailash ji is a corporate trainer and he is a member of the John Maxwell team and having various, he worked with various dignities and bureaucracies and everywhere. He's having a wide understanding of the scenarios and tough situations. I welcome Dr. Shri Kailash Jiani ji. He's our core group member also. Please welcome. Mr.
Thank you, Dineshji. Thank you, all the panelists and all members. It's an opportunity to speak before you. See, this is a real-time challenge, and challenge is very big. You know, it is coming with so many challenges. I don't want to call it a problem. I call it a challenge because challenge can be resolved and problem cannot be solved. So my first thing is that unemployment is going to merge. Everyone it knows. Slowdown is there. Few of the industries, they will go doldrum, like tourism industries, hotels and transportation, automobiles, few more industries. They have to think, alternatively, what can they do? And then big unemployment, that is causing a problem. And work at home is also causing a problem because we have our home and it is not meant for working and it is meant for only for our staying. So there is a relationship problem is coming up because I met few people. They say it's causing a problem because children, they want their time, and ladies and other members also they want. So if you are working at home, then you say you don't. There should not be any disturbance, and there is a disturbance. So it is a pressure is building up. So this of time, then payment of the loans for the big industry, they are already under the loans and they cannot pay that. So what is the scene is emerging? It is very, very difficult. And if you can go and deep and see then what kind of situation, because unemployment in our initial first speaker told, it will be around say 10 billion people will go out of job. It may be more than that even, and no more employment be available. And under these circumstances, what is going to happen? Money will be everything will be slowed down. Slow down means there is no money, there is no liquidity, and whatever the surplus we're having, that will spend in a few days. So what kind of things are emerging here? The role of trainers and leaders is a very, very important, because we have to see there is a new situation may emerge, and we have to make that happen. That is we have to shift from these areas to other areas where we can say, like Mr. Rajdra Singh told, export will not be there. Of course, export will not be there, but now we have to see there are few countries that need certain things, and we have to export them, and we have to create that kind of skill within us. With now trainer role here, soft skill training and other technical training, that is a very, very important. If people are coming, more industries will come in India, because we are the safest country at this moment in COVID-19. It has proved that we are the safest one. So people may think, and people may find it the right environment to come to India and start their business. That is a new opportunity emerging, and where we can resolve all these problems. We have to get ready for these things. And in the meantime, this is a stopgap period where we need to play a very important key role, where we have to motivate, we have to inspire, we have to take care, we have to support each other, we have to stay positive. All these things are very, very important, where we need this type of role. Then only we can come out of this situation. And this type of message need to go to everyone and one, because when you keep a hand on the shoulder, say I am with you, then half of the problem is gone. So that type of play, that type of things we have to create, because people are under shock, people are under stress, people are under in difficult situation. Few people, they don't have even to meet their boss and feet even. And more people they have shifted from the metros and from the industrial town to their native place. So they will be at safe, because they will be at their home, they will be at their village, and they will find some job. Because what we need for eating and for survival, that is only a food. So food they can get, so that is not a big problem for them. Only way to change, we need to change our lifestyle. We have to make more new habits. We have to form a new habits for us. Then only we can do this kind of thing. So that is important. So we need to make a complete shift change in our lifestyle. We have to think in a different mode, and we have to be a care and support for others. And this is a very, very prime and important time where leaders and trainers can play a very important role, and we can prepare ourselves for the new opportunities which are going to emerge in the next 6 months time. So we need not to worry, we have to stay positive, but only we have to pass this time in a very, very positive manner while facing the problems. So I think this is my views from this after listening all the problems.
Thank you, Kailash
please.
ji. Now I invite Mr. Kathuria. Mr. Kathuria is also from the corporate and he is having wide experience. Mr. Kathuria, please in brief add few words. Mr. Kathuria. Unmute yourself, Kathuria ji.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Though, thank you very much for just giving me the opportunity to give my views. Actually, मैं थोड़ा different way में different root cause the problem जानना चाहूँगा.
आपकी थोड़ा माइक को बगल में करिए कथूरिया जी, आपकी आवाज कट रही है.
जी, दो मैंने काम किया बट आई नॉट अच्छा मैन, बट प्रोस्पेक्टिव में कुछ चीजें हैं जिसको कि मैं आपके सामने पुट अप करना चाहूँगा. नॉट एज ए HR मैन. किसी शायर ने कहा है कि गालिब साहब ने कहा था कि इश्क एक आग का दरिया है और डूब कर जाना है. तो कुछ लोगों का कहना है कि लॉकडाउन एक आग का दरिया है, से डूब कर जाना है. ऐसा लगता है कि के लॉकडाउन में बहुत कुछ डूब गया है और सारी कंपनियां बंद हो रही हैं. कुछ चीज़ों को समझना चाहिए कि हमारी सरकार की हैसियत क्या है. हमारी सरकार एक मिडिल क्लास फैमिली की तरह है जो हमेशा प्रॉब्लम्स में घिरी रहती है. कहते हैं 1720 लाख करोड़ का लॉस इस 40 दिन के लॉकडाउन में हो चुका है. 40 दिन लॉकडाउन में किसी बिजनेस को एक भी पैसा नहीं मिला है. बैंक से कोई कर्ज लेने वाला नहीं है. 10 करोड़ का पैकेज गवर्नमेंट को देना पड़ेगा जो कि हमारी GDP का 5% है. अमीर देश अमेरिका जैसे लोग 10 से 12% पैकेज दे रहे हैं. अमेरिकन यूरोप कंट्रीज while ये चीज
कथोरिया जी आपकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं है, थोड़ा कट रही है आवाज प्लीज.
थोड़ा हम अपने कंट्री हेल्थ देखें कि हमारे पास इतना गवर्नमेंट के पैसा है.
दीपक जी देखें कुछ आवाज क्यों नहीं आ रही.
इंटरनेट में कनेक्शन की कोई बात होगी. हेलो कथूरिया सर.
हमारे गवर्नमेंट के पास जी. हेलो.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
ऑडिबल।
यस प्लीज।
हेलो।
हाँ अभी आ रही है आपकी।
हाँ एक्चुअली अगर आप हमारी गांव की देखें तो इट्स अबाउट 135 lakh crores from the Deposit Bank. 103 lakh crores is the loans given. 3 lakh crores income from IC. 10 lakh crores is from EF. 15 lakh crore is the small schemes के। हमारी जीडीपी 1991 में 1.1% थी, जो आज के दिन में 1.45% है, जबकि हमारी प्रेडिक्शन थी कि इट विल बी अबाउट 5.5 या 6%। सो एक्चुअली द बिजनेस का जो पैटर्न है उसमें यही है कि हमारी कंट्री में स्मॉल बिजनेसमैन को आगे लाना होगा। कहते हैं कि नेल्सन मंडेला साहब ने एक बार कहा था कि जब भेड़ें चलती हैं तो सबसे कमजोर भेड़ सबसे आगे होती है, उसके बाद जो है जो 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 स्ट्रॉन्ग भेड़ें होती हैं वो एक के बाद एक उसके पीछे चलती हैं, और जो गडरिया है वो सबसे पीछे चलता है। नाउ वर्ल्ड बैंक एंड IMF ने बहुत सारे प्रेडिक्शंस किए हैं, एंड हमारे देश में 40 करोड़ लोग हैव गॉन बिलो पॉवर्टी टाइम। एक्चुअली ये चीज़ें मैं थोड़ा सा स्टडी कर रहा था, पढ़ रहा था, और मैंने ये पढ़ के ही बोली हैं, तो मुझे थोड़ी पोजीशन ग्रिम लगती है कि हम अपने फेस को तो मेकअप कर रहे हैं, चेहरा तो चमका रहे हैं, लेकिन हमारी अंदर की सेहत कैसी है ये हमें देखना बाकी है, और आने वाला वक्त इसे बताएगा कि क्या है। तो इसीलिए मैं ये कहूँगा कि सिचुएशन इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट। Though I am a senior citizen, I have already protected myself. मेरे को इकोनॉमी इतनी डिस्टर्ब नहीं कर रही है, पर जो मैं अपने दोस्तों से जो बिजनेसमैन हैं उनसे बात करता हूँ तो मुझे लगता है कि they are all in trouble. My own son is working as a general manager in a company. He says I am only getting 50% salary, while I am the most liberal person in the family, the next to the MD. But my MD is saying that I am running overdraft and all that, and I am not able to give it. So these kind of situations are very tough. Of course, जो HR के लोगों ने कहा है वो ठीक है, but मेरा अपना सोचना था कि मैं इन पॉइंट्स के थ्रू थोड़ा सा हमारी जो गवर्नमेंट की पोजीशन है, इन गवर्नमेंट है और वर्ल्ड पोजीशन है, वो लोग बहुत ही ज़्यादा परेशानी में है और आपको बहुत टाइम लगेगा। और मैं इसको स्टार्ट कर रहा, मैंने कुछ पॉइंट्स किए होने आप सामने रखे हैं, गलत कह दियो तो मुझे माफ कीजिएगा।
Thank you, Kathuria ji. Now I invite a very senior person, Mr. Negi from Bombay. He is the director in Chalebi, Pan India. He is looking after the ground position of ground handling of the employees and laborers, and mainly he is involved with the employees relationship. Mr. Negi, we welcome you. Please share your viewpoints. Mr. Negi. Mr. Negi, can you hear us? Hello. Mr. Modi, please see, is he there?
Sure, let me just check.
Please check, then.
Hello.
I'm here, but I don't know. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Negi, please.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, we are hearing you.
Okay, sir. Thanks for the invitation, sir. In fact, I was not ready for this thing because I thought I will be a participant. But since you have taken my name, so I can just talk from the HR point of view. That what kind of challenges HR are will be facing in coming days. So what I could say is that once the lockdown opens, the CEOs will be bombarding questions and expecting answers from their HR heads. And in such situation, they should be ready with their analysis. I think they have a good time sitting at home doing the analysis, looking at all the possible answers, the best plan, and the future HR strategy to help business set back. I know the things are very tough, so I can just suggest what kind of questions HR will be asked once the lockdown gets over. So first thing they are going to ask, looking at the current situation, is they'll be asking to do the restructuring. They'll be asked to do redundancy. They'll be asked to do exit of non-performers, and then perfect execution, because a lot of IR situation will come up after this, what I could foresee now. And the HR should be ready with all kind of VRS schemes. Maybe in some cases they have to opt for VSS also, the voluntary separation schemes. Then the other thing what I could see is that they need to do a lot of cost saving projects should start now, and especially focusing on, when the manpower will get reduced, then time and motion study has to improve, the productivity has to improve, and that to very minimal cost. Even costs like travel budgets, including training, will be cut. We can foresee this in coming days. The other thing is, at this point of time, I think we are also looking at foolproof safety and security plan for our employees, including the COVID insurance. I think the first thing is now insurance sector will be back after this, after COVID thing. So yes, a lot of industries will go down, but there are possibilities like companies like insurance and all will also come up, because a lot of companies will be going with these kind of, they will make it mandatory. The other thing what they have to do is now, HR, as a HR person, they have to rework on the contract terms and conditions. The appointment letter drafts, the contract agreement drafts need to be rechecked. And especially, for example, some companies are looking at, for example, today if you see the probation period, the notice period is 30 to 60 days. But now I think for such situation where the natural disaster or such situation, they may put a special clause where they can say that in such situation, the notice period will be 7 to 10 days. Because right now, companies, even if after the lockdown, till the lockdown, they cannot terminate, especially the people who are coming under the workman category. But even if they have to do something, they have to, after the lockdown, they have to give a proper notice as per the law. So that I think they are going to change. And they are going to change the standing orders now. This is what I feel. I think they are going to sit with the unions now. They are going to rework for such emergency situation. Maybe they may ask for increasing the working hours. Anyway, government has already, if you see, they have already agreed to increase the work hours from 8 to 12 hours now. And then other thing is, I think what they are going to do is they want to rework on reduction of wages in such situation. Yes, above up to workers, yeah, they are protected minimum wages, but beyond that, there'll be a lot of things are going to discuss, on paid leave, whether we should, in such situation, we should give paid leaves or we should ask employees to just avail. Then increase in variable pay. This is what I could see now, is there'll be a drastic shift now. There'll be an increase in variable pay and fixed pay will be reduced, because nobody wants to take this kind of a liability, fixed liability. Then obviously the work home, I think all the speakers have covered this work from home concept wherever possible will be done. And I think what you have to do now is what HR is going to, what management expects from the HR is, unions may demand for wage and life protection in coming LTS, but we need to be, as a HR, every company has to be ready with the plan or look out for options. They have to talk to the insurance, including, like if you see there's one clause in GPA, group personal accident insurance, where they protect the salary when the person is admitted or something. So I think maybe insurance have to design or redesign some kind of policies in such situation where certain amount or certain cap can be given. They can protect the salaries of employees. I think those insurances, I can see a change, maybe these kind of things may come. The other thing is there will be a lot of cost reduction, especially at the senior level, like all the benefits like right today what we are giving to our expats or maybe to our senior management like house, car, club membership. I think this is all should go away. If we are targeting down the line, we need to target first the senior people. Their salaries need to be cut. People who are overpaid, or we need to correct those things. The other thing what I could see here is that I think there will be a lot of discussion with the vendors now. We need to have very clear, fair and communication with the employees as well as with the vendors and suppliers to renegotiate. So a lot of renegotiation will start now. The redesigning of the contract will be done with the vendors, and obviously they are going to share the burden of losses, to all the vendors. Like I can see the aviation now. Airlines are not today. If you see domestic and international, both are closed. And if you see last week, 4 airlines around the world has already they have already filed for the bankruptcy. So similarly, it is going to affect. So once the airline gets affected, their vendors, like for example, the airport operator, their ground handling companies, they are going to pass on these losses. So it works similarly in other industries. It will take care that way. Then I think the other thing is what today, if you see, all the companies were having fancy offices, big infrastructure. I think this is all going to reduce now. So redesigning of the office infrastructure, and they are going to accommodate and reduce the rentals. Or I'm just giving an example of office, but similarly they are going to reduce all these kind of costs. Then obviously, as I said, cut on high paid and overpaid people. They are going to do it. And I think whatever orders they have given till now on the procurement side, I think once the lockdown gets over, they're going to rework whether they have business or not. And then they are going to invest a lot. I think in this one business I could see is going to overcome is this digitization and cyber security. Now, cyber security is one thing where every company is going to invest now. A lot of investment will go into cyber security. So I could see a lot of opportunities will come in these kind of sectors now. And I think one point which I was just got this input from one of the WhatsApp where I learned that I was not even aware that in insurance companies, in general insurance, if you see, the clause says if your premises is left unused or unoccupied or non-operational for 30 days, which has already happened in this COVID situation. In such case, your insurance policy gets seized, right? So what we have to do is we have to immediately, I think I've already informed a few of my friends, but I think this clause will apply in present situation also, and in all commercial and shop establishment should, in this situation, they should write to the insurance companies mentioning the policy number and details, seeking the extension of their policy beyond 30 days. Even if their policy is active, it will in such situation, because the 30 days it was non-operational, वो deactivate हो जाता है. So I think they need to inform these insurance companies that boss, our policies, please make it active, because no doubt 30 days में वो बंद रहा. So I think these are some of the things which I thought I know this is a little different from what your subject is, mainly on training and development. And training and development, I have to say that yes, we should be ready with because when any such thing happens, the major cost cutting is done on travel and things like training as well. So we need to find ways how we can find a way that how we can make the training effective. Maybe you have to cut down on the cost, but then at the end of the day, we need to make sure that trainings is continuous. Maybe we have to compromise on the cost part. So that's from me, sir. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Negi, for a very, very valuable insights. Now I invite one more legend, Shri Shachikant Sharma ji. He was Vice President HR with ONGC, and he was also associated with various other organizations as directors. Shachikant ji, you are welcome. Please share your viewpoint.
Thank you, sir. And good morning, everyone. I think most of the points have already been mentioned. Still, I like to cover a few points which I think have been left out, and no point in repeating those points. Now, this COVID-19 situation, I take it as a great opportunity for HR personnel. Opportunity to reposition themselves and to reassert themselves and to recover the ground which they have already lost. This I'm saying from this point of view that in many companies, I'm talking even in the energy sector, that the positions of HR are being manned by non-HR people. And somehow the CEOs have more confidence in non-HR people than the HR people. So this is one opportunity which has come, that if they rise to the occasion, they can reassert themselves. Few points which I suggest only for the HR personnel are, which Mr. Negi just mentioned, is to find, assess, and suggest organization priorities and challenges, and what are the opportunities. Today, you cannot remain confined only to the HR issues. You have to go a little beyond that. What we have been saying so far is HR as a business partner, strategy partner. Now you have to work in true spirit of that. And the second point, which has been mentioned, but I like to put it in a different fashion, that again, be a change agent. We know that there will be drastic change in the work culture in every organization. So this is a change which you have to introduce in the organization, whether it is restructuring, whether it is working with few people, whether it is multitasking, all these things HR people will have to do. But all these things will have to be done with a human face. The things which have been said about the voluntary retirement or voluntary separation, or yes, reduction of wages is one factor, which was done by DuPont. When there was a crisis, they offered to the employees, and most of the employees accepted it. Yes, when the organization is back on its foot, then the salary can be paid. But the qualities of compassion, empathy, guiding the employees, giving them emotional support, motivating them, giving clarification, giving assurance, which Rasika ji just mentioned that this is what she's doing. And I think Aishwarya ji has also mentioned the kind of communication they have set up with the employees. I think this is the best example of HR. Give them an assurance that organization is still with you. This is a difficult phase. We will pass through it together. And then our Prime Minister mentioned one thing, that jaan hai to jahan hai. जो ये नेगी जी ने पॉइंट मेंशन किया था about safety and security and taking insurance for COVID-19, HR has to look into it. कि profit we can make later on, salary we can increase later on, but the first and foremost point should be about the safety and security of the personnel. And again, communication with all the employees, whether they'll be called to work, some of them will be working from home, some of them who have left because they wanted to go home. With all kinds of employees, they have to maintain communication. और जहाँ तक मेरा ख्याल है, ये Mr. Dr. Jani ने भी mention किया, Aishwarya ji ने भी mention किया कि they are doing it and it's a wonderful job. Every HR executive, HR personnel has to do it to kind of reassurance to the people that organization is with you, we are with you. If nothing else, at least we can listen to you. We can give you a shoulder to cry on. The one point which is overhyped during all these discussions is the work from home. Work from home is an option for very limited people. And the kind of issues which have arisen because of this work from home are numerous. One, your working hours have extended indefinitely. Two, the in-laws say कि जब आप घर में बैठी हुई हो, especially for the ladies, I won't look after your children. Look after them. Husbands have their own demands on the lady of the house. And then when your house is not your office, if you're working from home, then certain portion of the office you have to, certain portion of the home you have to isolate as an office. So these are the problems. I don't think this we can continue for a very long time. और कई managers ऐसे demanding होते हैं कि they'll send the mail at any point of time and they would like to have response immediately. और एक और है कि everybody doesn't have the same kind of capability. They need the support and guidance of the seniors, of the colleagues. Now, this kind of support is not available when you are working from the home. So for few people, for a short time, this can be adopted, but it cannot continue for a long time in our kind of situation where infrastructure is also not very good for working from home. We don't have that kind of culture also where we can work from home for a very long time. Abhi to majburi hai. We are working. There's no issue on this. और एक और पॉइंट जो मेंशन किया गया था अबाउट स्किल डेवलपमेंट, पीपल हैव टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर डूइंग वेरियस काइंड ऑफ जॉब, मल्टीटास्किंग जिसे कहा जाता है. सी now when the lockdown has been opened, the offices have been asked to work with only 30% people or maximum 50% of people. So the people who are in the office, they'll have to do the job of other employee. That's one. And second, some employees will come with the question कि आपने मुझे क्यों बुलाया, why not person X or Y or Z, why I'm being called to the office. Though the government has put certain restrictions कि people above 55, the expectant mothers who have children up to the age of 10, they are not to be called. Employees having health problem need not be called. But then every employee doesn't have the information about other employees' problem. उनको सिर्फ ये होगा कि आपने उसको relaxation दिया, why not to me? Why should I work more than the other person while the benefits we are getting is the same? और इस समय आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते. लेकिन एक जो बड़ा warning point रहेगा for HR people and the organization is the W curve. W curve means now we are on the declining phase of the COVID, and we are expecting that within next few weeks this problem will disappear. But experts are warning, and it has happened in China, it is happening at other places also, that the people who have recovered fully from the COVID, they have again shown symptoms of COVID. So W curve means that it can reoccur at any point of time. So that kind of eye you have to keep on the situation, that anybody showing any symptoms, or if the situation aggravates, there may have to be another phase of lockdown. May not be 40 days, it could be only for a week, for 15 days in the selected areas. So the HR people have to prepare those contingencies also. And one point which Nidhi ji already mentioned, I want to reiterate that about the collaboration. कि इस समय किसी को भी छोड़ देना, it is not appropriate. Collaboration is the key word now, that anybody who has been called to do a job, we have to be thankful to them, and even he has to accept that other people are not being called for some reason. Let me accept the responsibility for the sake of organization. कहने का मतलब यह है कि मुझे अपने निजी स्वार्थ से ऊपर उठ के I have to think, I have to have a larger picture for the organization, for the society, for the nation. Then only we can pass through this. This is a difficult phase. I'm very optimistic. हालांकि कुछ एक लोगों ने कहा है कि situation is very tough. Yes, it is tough. लेकिन our economy में resilience इतनी ज़्यादा है कि we'll be able to pass it easily. Another point which has been mentioned is about the migrant labor. एक काम जो कि many people can do, including the HR organizations can do, कि if it's not only migration out, there is migration in also. If in my area, some workers have come from another place who have similar skill sets, we have to find some way that how to contact these people and engage them for the short period. हालांकि for next 3-4 months, I don't think companies will be able to work full throttle. They'll be working on maybe 50% production. लेकिन मैंने एक दो companies के बारे में पढ़ा है. They said there will not be any revision of targets, production targets or sale targets. Within next few months which are left of the year, they want to attain their full targets. अगर full targets करना है and you want skilled people, I think we should explore this possibility of identifying, locating and giving temporary recruitment to the people who have come from other organization. ये तो नहीं है कि मेरे यहाँ से सब सिर्फ लोग गए हैं और nobody has come. So that should be taken as a source for doing our job. और कुछ एक चीजें जो मैं कहना चाहूँगा for the training point of view, that even for training, many avenues have been opened by this COVID. Now we have to think of different kind of training. Mr. Negi ने कहा कि training budget is one of the budgets which is always cut down in this kind of situation. I fully agree. But there are different kind of training which we have to think of, and the first and foremost is the well-being training, employee well-being training. क्योंकि most of the employees are undergoing through anxiety, through stress, and even those who are going to the job, they are also living under a kind of fear of getting exposed to this infection. So this might be a short course. but that kind of training should be planned for the employees, and companies should be told about it. Only thing is, again, we also have to cut down our budget. That's one. The second is the remote work resource culture. Now, when we are saying that for quite some time now, TCS has already said that 75% of their employees will be working from home, away from the office. Only 25% will be allowed to come to the office. So this is the kind of training we have to give to the people, that how to prepare themselves in this kind of situation when they have to work from home. The kind of issues which have arisen, we have to train people for that, and even the kind of sensitivity training to the people in the family, those who are at workplace, this situation has to be accepted. And third is HR as a business partner, which I've already said, that we HR people have to move out of our that four walls. And last point which I want to mention about the training is the entrepreneurial skills. कि इतने migrant labor अगर दूसरी जगह चले गए हैं, they cannot sit unemployed for all the time, but they don't have the entrepreneurial skills, so we can train them for that. These are the few points I have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharma ji. Now I invite my guest speaker, Shri Subhash Jagota ji. Hello, Subhash Jagota ji, you are there?
Yeah, I can.
आपका वीडियो ऑफ हो गया. Yes.
Okay.
Let me introduce Mr. Subhash Jagota. He was director HR with Escorts. He was in board of directors with Punj Lloyd. He was in board of directors with Dabur. He was in board of director of T-Series, and at present also with Amity University. He is chairperson of Faridabad Management Association, and from last 15 years, he is alumni of Accelerate Jamshedpur, such a learned person. And now he still is active with all the industries nearby in the NCR. He is a senior corporate trainer. We welcome him, and it's a really great privilege to listen to him. Mr. Subhash Jagota ji, please conclude our session and give us the guidance what is going to happen.
Dinesh ji, first of all, I would like to compliment you for integrating so intellectual team members that it was a pleasure to hear everybody and listen to their wisdom and knowledge. I have a few points which I would like to share. The point number one is shift from isolation to integration. Time has come, then we don't have to be isolated. We have to integrate with the people. We have to integrate ourselves with competent people. And today's session is an example that while sitting at home, we could get integrated with so many intellectual people. So alignment, collaboration is the key word for the present. So we need to shift from isolation to integration. My second message is shift from leveraging multiple intelligence of people. Utilize multiple intelligence and wisdom of people. Again, today is another example that we could hear while sitting at home so many intellectuals, and we could get a lot of knowledge today itself. So we need to be surrounded by competent people and leverage their wisdom. The third point is create second curve before first curve start declining. I will repeat, create second curve before first curve start declining, which means that every employer will have to develop a number 2 person in the company, because you never know when number 1 will leave you. So second curve has to be ready, and it is the responsibility of number 1 to develop the number 2. Number 4, only wealth generating managers will be valued. People who can generate wealth will be valued in times to come, and the designation like accounts manager, purchase manager, HRD manager, legal manager, all these designation will vanish. there is going to be only one designation, and that is business manager who can generate wealth. So in times to come, business manager is very important. And the fifth point is developing entrepreneurial mindset. Each employee of the company will have to become an entrepreneur. I have 7 people in my company who are of the vice president level, sales and marketing, and believe me, they come only once in a week over a lunch meeting. We decide what is we need to develop during the week, and then we monitor their performance, and accordingly they get the variable pay. So variable pay is going to be very, very important. Fixed salary will be as low as possible in times to come. Finally, I would like to say that conventional training will freeze now. वो क्लास में बैठ के ट्रेनिंग करना और 20-25 पार्टिसिपेंट इकट्ठे कर लेना, I think that now will vanish. In times to come, we need to have a much bigger platform where we have 100, 200 people, and the best trainer will be utilized to give a training at the large scale. Now, I would like to share the good thing also. Many people have said that the travel industry, hotel industry will come down, but I have a different view. India is going to be intellectual hub for the whole world. The whole world will come to India. Places like Varanasi, places like Amritsar, and many other religious places where people would like to come and stay for a longer period and learn our intellectual knowledge of the country. So in times to come, probably the hotel business, the travel business in India will definitely go up, and India is going to be manufacturing hub in a very big way. Many companies which are now placed in China, probably they will shift to India, and they will be more comfortable in India to start. Our Indian vegetarian food is going to be fashion throughout the world. People will enjoy our vegetarian dishes. People would like to come to India and have a fun with our vegetarian food. So friends, let me conclude that probably this phase that is we are going on, it will not last for a very long time. It has to be reduced in phases, and in times to come, probably India will again be a Sone ki chidiya, which we used to say, and we are going to have a good time. And finally, the employer will have to manage the anxiety and the fear level of their team members. If that happens, probably we have a great future for times to come. And friends, I can tell you, I'll share you my story. I have noticed in the last 2 months, I can manage the whole house with much less money, and I am more happy. I have a time to spend time with my family. I have a time to spend with my plants, with my greenery, and I'm enjoying the lovely environment of my house. So we can manage with lesser money. That is what is going to be important. And the last, greenery, good environment, plantation is going to be the huge business in times to come, I can share with you, because everybody, every house would like to have greenery, because greenery gives you a positive environment. So probably people would be more greenery lovers. So Dinesh ji, once again, I must compliment you. You are a wonderful person and a great human being. And I always had the privilege to getting a lot of wisdom and knowledge from you. You are a great person. I think you have proved it today. Thank you very much, and God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. Today, this was an effort where we tried to bring speakers from various segments of the country. Speakers were from their HR, from finance, from quality circle, engineers, vice president, public sector, private sector, insurance sector, from all where, and we viewed, they participated and shared their viewpoints on the present scenarios. So let us join hands to fight with the coming challenging situations, and your everybody's cooperation will be very important to us. What we'll be doing, we had done the recording of this because the viewpoint of every speaker is very important. It is difficult to keep it writing. So we'll be sending recording of this whole session to every speaker, every participant, so that it can be reviewed and we can prepare our roadmap or rather course of action. With this viewpoint from my core team, from Kailash ji, from Vinu Bansal, from Dr. Deepak, who made their best effort for this today's preparation. It's my best thanks from my core team to all participants. We are doing morning meditation session. We have started virtual healing session, and that is on Thursday and Saturday. We are giving healing where people are suffering from some psychosomatics problem. That healing section is also Thursday and Saturday. You can contact us, senior people can contact us. Our motto, our objective is first to serve the society, and we can fix our role, how we can come ahead to serve for the organizations and the technical people, and how we can, this knowledge management can be done. This is our efforts. So once again, thanks to all the participants. With this way, we take permission from you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jagota ji. Thank you all senior speakers from all.
May I request everybody to give a big applause to the organizing team.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We are glad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.